Arsenal go 5 points clear at the Premier League summit after securing the narrowest of victories over Wolves, triumphing 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. It was far from a pretty performance from the Gunners, who, despite dominating possession, lacked fluency and were frustrated for long periods by bottom dwellers Wolves. Arsenal had to wait until the 68th minute for their first shot on target as Rice stung Johnston's palms, and the hosts took the lead less than 2 minutes later as Saka's in-swinging corner ricocheted off both the inside of the post and Johnston's back. The result looked to be safe as the clock ticked down, but Tolu Orokodere sparked a grandstand finish as he netted his first ever Premier League goal in the 91st minute to give Wolves some much-needed hope. But it wasn't to be for Edward's side, as Saka forced another own goal less than 4 minutes later to seal all 3 points, his cross clipping off Mascara's head and into the net. Though it was nowhere near their best performance, Arsenal end the night having produced 1.02 expected goals, comfortably trumping Wolves' modest 0.38 expected goals. The Gunners now have a 5-point lead at the top of the table over Manchester City, who face Crystal Palace on Sunday, while Wolves remain rooted to the bottom, still winless after 16 matches.
Completing their frenetic week, both on and off the pitch, with a much-needed Premier League win, Liverpool beat Brighton 2-0 at Anfield. While Ekitike was the match winner, scoring once in either half, Salah will inevitably grab all the headlines, having emerged from the bench as a first-half sub before setting up the Reds' crucial second goal. The first arrived after just 46 seconds, the fastest Premier League strike so far this season, and settled any lingering nerves on Merseyside. Brighton then spurned a couple of big chances to equalize, as Minte and Diego Gomez both came close, and their wayward finishing was to prove costly. In fact, the Seagulls finished with an expected goals of 1.96, compared to their hosts' 1.82, suggesting they should have at least got one back. A corner from Salah, who some thought may never wear the famous red shirt again, teed up Ekitike's second goal on the hour mark. Liverpool then defended resolutely and occasionally rode their luck. Victory takes slot side up to 6th in the table, 3 points and 3 places above Brighton. While Liverpool will visit Tottenham next weekend, the Seagulls will host Sunderland, aiming to end their recent slump.
Chelsea waved away the demons of previous weeks to beat Everton 2-0 at Stamford Bridge and regain their place among the Premier League's top 4. The hosting Blues opened the scoring in the 21st minute as a solid series of passes culminated in Gusto threading Palmerin down the right of the box. He finished excellently past Pickford at the near post to bring his second goal of the league season and hint at a steady return to form. After this, Everton grew into the half, yet with a slew of half chances going begging, they were punished by Gusto just ahead of the interval. He added a goal to his earlier assist after dovetailing with Neto on a counterattack before finishing off from the Portuguese's pullback. The second half saw Everton try to fight back, but the hosts kept them at arm's length as they ultimately played beneath a 2.07 expected goals to grab their first victory in their last 5 games across all competitions. The Toffees struggled to push above their 1.03 expected goals. The full-time whistle blows to a chorus of boos as Fulham defeat Burnley 3-2 at Turf Moor, a result which ramps up the pressure on Scott Parker after the Clarets' 7th consecutive Premier League defeat. The visitors took the lead in the 9th minute, as Wilson's left-hand corner was met by Smith Rowe at the near post, guiding a close-range effort past the helpless Dubravka. Ugochukwu leveled the scoreline on the 21st minute as he struck with the outside of his left boot into the bottom left corner. The hosts pushed for a second, but it was the Cottagers who retook the lead as Wilson's left-wing cross into the 6-yard box was met by the head of Bassi, who buried an effort into the bottom right corner. Ugochukwu thought he had equalized on the stroke of half-time, but the Frenchman's left-foot volley was parried past the left-hand post by Leno. The visitors grabbed their third goal of the contest, as Chukwueze found Wilson in the 18-yard box before the Welshman curled in a left-foot strike into the bottom left corner. Fleming thought he had clawed one back for the hosts in the 84th minute, but his attempt at the near post was saved by Leno. However, 2 minutes later, substitute Sone found the back of the net as he rolled an effort into the bottom corner after an inadvertent flick-on by Bassi to the far post. Fulham's victory was their first in a league game at Turf Moor since April 1951. The hosts created 16 shots with 8 on target, reflected by an expected goals of 2.52, whereas the visitors generated 6 shots with 4 on target, highlighted by an expected goals of 2.23. The result means Burnley remain in 19th place in the Premier League table, whereas Fulham move up to 13th.